Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I'm the other one.
and welcome back to Thief Gold, where today we're supposed to steal a thing from a place that's going to be maze like and hard to navigate, and we don't know what any of it looks like.
Love that for
I
us.
can't tell you how excited I am. One thing we do know, the second floor is likely above the first floor, so at least we have that.
As far as we know.
Yeah, it's all guesswork, to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have some like wooden slats here that we could stick a rope arrow into. That window is not a good. They did a bad job with the window.
Yeah.
Also, this person's name is Constantine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That feels ominous to me.
Yeah.
That's a
All right, what is that?
nothing. You saw nothing. That's a name of significance, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's the Emperor Constantine, who famously
Was a
was.
bitch.
I
Got
mean,
him.
yeah, I bet he was responsible for the conversion of the Roman Empire to Christianity. Which he just used as like a political move to unite the empire, which is quite fractious. There had been a civil war that he had won, and he wanted to give a common cultural identity. So homogenization and whatnot. Um, Largely responsible for the convening of the Council of Nicaea, of which I know a few things for some reason. Um,
See, a lot of people who are watching probably don't know that Amabel, the famous Amabel Holland, is a renowned board game designer who made a board game called Nicaea. It's actually about the Council of Nicaea, and so they will not get the joke. They don't have the context for the fun joke.
that's my favorite kind of joke. My favorite thing about Constantine is that he was a real bastard that like murdered a lot of people, including like family members, and he refused to be baptized until he was on his deathbed, so that all those sins would be washed away, because that was the kind of rules lawyering they were doing back then. He was like min maxing, like doing as much crime as possible, and then at the last minute being like, "Nope, I didn't do any of that. I got baptized."
Sure, I mean that feels like a like Christianity's fault, really, for constructing their rules in that way.
Yeah, it is really constructed to be abused in that way, and one would argue probably it's not in the spirit of the thing, but because the church
The
and
Holy Spirit.
yep, not in the Holy Spirit of the thing, because the church and the religion as a whole is also a temporal power. There's all sorts of things to be abused. That's why you have like the buying of indulgences and whatnot, as famous for the Protestant Reformation and or the movie Dogma.
Sure,
I'm not
equally
sure. Not sure
important.
which one you're more familiar with.
Equally important things with equal levels of commonality and understanding within the culture. Can I pick this?
I mean, Martin Luther would have found the poop monster like hilarious.
I cannot pick this. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to explore downstairs because I need a key apparently. It's fine. Everything's fine. No fall damage. So now that I'm playing Shadow Gambit,
Mm-hmm.
I have another game on my roster that has frequent quick saving in it, and the quick save is on a different button.
Oh, okay.
So
That
that's a little worrying.
that one's also about sneaking around, right?
It is.
Are you better at sneaking around there than here?
Okay, first of all, how dare you? Secondly, not really. I like the answer. The answer to are you better, as like measured by efficacy, is definitely yes. But I am the characters in Shadow Gambit are extremely magical. I get to cheat a lot there,
Mm.
and it helps.
Where, whereas this, I believe prior to recording, you described it as being. How did you describe controlling Garrett again? Can you?
Well, it was largely visual.
Yes.
What I suggested was that due to the 12 different movement buttons that I have to manage, there's always sort of an invisible quap happening just below the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I did do a visual interpretation of this that sadly the viewers are not going to be able to enjoy. But it is a nightmare, to be clear. It is an absolute nightmare.
Now, are your viewers? Would they be familiar with QWOP broadly?
I should hope so.
I mean, it's kind of like even I've heard of QWOP.
What's
Do you hear
this?
ghost noises? Is that guy checking out the door, or... I opened the door and he said, "What's this?" But... can't tell where he is. I wanna bludgeon him. But I'm a little nervous about, like, exposing myself here.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to watch for him through the tiny crack in the door here. It's a crack from our perspective because of where we're standing. But like Garrett is like fully half visible. If you think about like how my body must be aligned relative to this
Yeah.
door. So maybe it's not really a great plan. I don't know.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, let me try to actually make the door like cracked open. Go ahead though, what's your question?
Garrett's health bar.
Yeah.
Who's been
What
here?
what are those?
There's shields with crosses on them.
Okay,
I
'cause
think
from-
maybe, or like a little banner, like a little banner
Okay.
with a cross on it. I don't know. It's a weird one for sure.
Because I've always been assuming that they're like
Noise.
cans of tomatoes. And that doesn't feel appropriate for the milieu.
Okay, I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm pretty pleased with how I used the surfaces and stuff to effect a faster attack, and I got us a key. Is it labeled in my inventory? No, it just says key. All right, well, it might be the key for the upstairs door. Let's try it. I didn't really want to spend any more time down here than I absolutely have to. Seems to be the heavily guarded place. Which makes sense, right? If you're operating on a theory of like choke point security.
Yeah. Then you want it on the lower levels. If you're doing choke slam security, is you want it on the higher levels, you want to throw them down to the lower levels.
That was very clever, sweetie.
Thank you.
I want you to know that.
Okay, it didn't feel clever, so I'm glad to get that reassurance.
Right. Every time you see my triangle lockpick suddenly appear in the bottom right corner, that is when I have pressed the quick save button for the other game instead of the one that I mean to.
Yeah, these windows are. The choices were made.
Something.
So, I mean.
Why?
Okay.
Why would you do
Okay.
this? Who would do this?
Oh, is that a painting or is that a window?
I think it's a window. What is this? Some kind of magical rune.
Okay, so actually, I'm kind of digging the windows now. Like, I would live in a house with those kind of windows.
Fucking.
That was a lot of your health there,
That
sweetheart.
was a lot of my health. Okay, well that's embarrassing. I just completely locked up. I was like, what is happening? And then I was exploded. That's a skull. That's not what I want. I mean, obviously it's what I want, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. You can probably make that jump.
Not really the question. Okay, well, I brought some health potions. We may as well.
Who's that there? Identify yourself.
I stood to the side so that that thing would shoot a laser not into my face. But it seems like I've maybe set off the guards anyway. Yeah. All right. Well, I could kill a man if I had to kill a man.
Come out and fight me.
For example, this man. Oh, by the way, I did look a thing up on the Thief Wiki.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about this.
Okay.
I looked up the damage model because I was like,
Okay.
why don't the broadheads do anything? What the fuck kind of design is that? And I certainly learned some things.
Okay.
So
There's something I want to learn before you leave this room, though.
Yeah,
What happens if you throw the body on the fire?
that's actually a really good question. Well, I can get it more on the fire. There we go.
That's
Pretty much nothing. The answer is pretty much nothing. That's
disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, tell me what you learned, though.
That's a door in the floor. When we were on the first floor, I guess I wasn't really looking up, because nobody in these games ever looks up, including me. Were there doors in the ceiling and stuff?
Maybe.
Oh, that's golden. You think this ceiling will carry a... Huh. I was about to ask, you think this ceiling will hold a rope arrow? All right, there's some interesting stuff to explore here. Let's grab some shanks of deer.
The damage model.
Delicious. Okay, so first of all, there isn't actually a like stealth instant kill thing. There's sort of a clumsy version of that where your attacks deal quintuple damage against enemies that have that are not aware of you.
Okay.
So you don't get an instant kill, but your damage gets blown up to a level. Huh.
Where more often than not, you might get an instant kill.
Where often you will get an instant kill. However, and that this is true with both the sword and the broadheads. So in theory, a stealth kill with the broadheads isn't impossible. The problem with the broadheads is that a lot of the game's enemies have health in like the 15 to 20 range, and the broadheads deal from 1 to 6 damage randomly on hit.
Oh.
So sometimes your quintuple damage arrow will be 5 damage.
Okay, so, but now with the sword damage, is it also a random thing? You're rolling like a D8 or D10 instead, or?
No, the sword damage is much more. First of all, it's what is that sound? It's higher. The point was it's higher. It doesn't have that huge variance range, and it's higher.
Yeah.
So a sword strike is still not guaranteed to kill all enemies. I think it will kill all the basic. I didn't want to look at like the profile of each enemy or anything, but I looked at like the guards and the manner levels and stuff. Something is giggling. And the sword strike times 5 is enough damage to do the job against against sort of like the common guards and whatnot. A lot of the common guard type enemies have like 15 health. It seems like. I don't like the giggling.
Yeah. This is rad. I like this a lot, actually.
This is not what I thought it was going to be. They told us labyrinth, and I don't know.
And do you remember this at all from your previous?
I fucking do not. No.
Then it might be you just had seen that enemy.
Yeah,
You
maybe
know.
I saw the one of it that's in the Bone Horde mission. All right, I'm trying to jump across here. I'm gonna save the game. Okay, pull myself up onto the tables and chairs. Okay. This is no good. I was hoping for a version of this.
You can't shoot.
Oh, that was kind of cool. Okay, so what I did there was I stood up and then I used the lean button to get my head out from under the roof. And from there, I was able to clamber up onto the side of the doorway there. That's actually a really interesting use of the positional system. The giggling is driving me fucking crazy, actually.
So I can't hear the giggling. Like I can hear some little noise, but I'm not hearing as much noise.
Hold on. Do you hear that?
No.
Okay, well, either it's...
Might be very faint.
Oh no, am I losing it? Am I losing it live on stream?
I hear it now.
Yeah, it's definitely louder now. I like it so much less than any... Oh, that's a lot. It sounds like a lot of footsteps. And it definitely sounds like they're coming directly toward us.
Hey, listen! Hear that?
Constantine's guards seem to have less health than the other guards we've fought, which is nice. They go down in one fewer overhead, so that's helpful.
Yeah, you're oh yeah, you're taking care of it. I mean, they're choosing to work in this place, which
Yeah,
I don't know.
I bet you can't get the good guards to work here.
I mean, between the giggling and like the way it's constructed, it definitely feels like the kind of guy who would throw you in a pit on a whim.
It's still really well lit because of that thing. I can't tell. The sound everywhere is so fucking echoey. I can't tell where the guard footstep noises are coming from. Can I water these? No. All right. So anywhere there's one of those, I just can't. I can't get it dark no matter what. That's a little frustrating. Part of me wants to just keep going upward because we know the sword is supposed to be upward.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's these conspicuous vines.
Boss is dangerous today. I thought he'd a good mood. Yeah, I told you. Good moods. That's the worst.
But I'm concerned about, we do have to get an awful lot of money worth of loot. And we're not doing so hot on that right now.
I really like that bit of confirmation of like they're working for a supervillain kind of thing.
Yeah. I guess let's start by going up top. We'll see what we can get up top, and then I'm sure we'll be able to loot other stuff on the way back down. Provided that the way back down is the thing that occurs. The fuck am I looking at? Oh. Well, that looks like a sword to me.
Yeah. Quick save before you go down there, sweetheart.
Yeah, I did. Oh shit. I fell a little further and faster than I intended, to be clear. I was trying not to fall at all. I was trying to get a good view of the situation. What is this? What is this, and will a rope arrow hang from it? There's that there.
Identify yourself.
Apparently that was the lights?
Don't make me come find you.
I don't... Okay. The sword was, like, floating and stuff, and now it's not. So I killed the magic security with my rope arrow, which is not, like, a great use of a rope arrow. All right, here it looks like the torches are all of the light. There are so many footstep sounds happening. And those two guards who were talking, one of them had a bow. Yeah, good solid shooting there, Garrett. Wow, that guy, I figured my ass out from a distance. Ow. Okay. Bad news, bad news, bad news. I'm a little concerned about how murdered I'm about to get.
It's just there. Anything here?
I am in the, like, maximum dark. So...
Come on now. Come on.
hopefully this Bogart is going to have to, like, walk right up to us to see us. And then I can just get him. Oh, Garrett, stop sliding. Stop sliding. Oh, God.
This is gonna be fun.
Boy, they can see you real easily. All right, come up here and fight me. Ow! Jesus! Give me your healing potion. Sometimes I can loot the guard while they're like just injured. But sometimes I have to wait for them to fall all the way down.
Come back out here, you tapper.
Always with the hurtful words, you know?
Yeah, they're real eager to use the T slur, and I don't appreciate it.
That's our word.
Yes.
You take that. In the face. Oh yeah, also there is absolutely no locational damage in this game.
Beware an intruder.
No.
I've done at least 3 damage there. Done between 3 and 18 damage.
So another thing about the damage model is that theoretically, if you fully charge an arrow, it does alter the damage range.
Mm-hmm.
So you can no longer get the lowest values.
Mm-hmm.
But when it says fully charge an arrow, it means, I believe, all the way to the point where the game zooms in the view. That's like 4 seconds of holding down the button. It's wild. It's inconceivable.
That's a lot of startup frames.
Oh yeah, Garrett needs buffs for sure. He is a terrible design. The giggling. Okay, just give me a little bit of cover here while I try to figure out where the fuck I am. Okay, the sword is on the floor below me even. There are so many guards, and they are so aware because I broke the magic. I wonder, can I... Yes. Cool.
Next time I'll see blood. I can't wait. Are you scared?
Oh, they can see me. Well, all of a sudden they know how to look up. No, I am not allowed to use my bow while I am on the rope. You think if I Mario stomp one of these guys, something cool will happen? I'm gonna try it.
That was your last.
Well, that didn't. All right. What if I did this without destroying the magic light thing? At least initially. Because I'm definitely having a concern that doing so and alerting all the guards is going to make it impossible for me to do my job.
Yeah.
That is why I was not quick saving. By the way, in case anyone was curious.
Show yourself.
Nope, slow and low. It was intentional. It was a plan.
Don't know what it was. Come out and fight me.
Man, some enemies are aware.
You tougher.
Some enemies know some things. Don't love it. Okay, I'm in the proper dark now. Should probably still heal up.
Come on now, come on.
Guards are just grinding their faces against each other in the dark.
I'll find you.
Oh gosh.
Just you wait. Didn't even scratch.
Doesn't count. Okay, new plan.
Fall over.
Never mind. You know what? New plan is reload. This is a fucking nightmare. I don't know how to approach this. Maybe I need to just not come in at this angle, or I don't know. This is rough. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let me make a save right here.
Okay.
So this guy's about to come around the corner. And then the bow guy is like right behind him. But also he just turns around sometimes.
That tile's probably pretty loud. Do you have any
The
mouse
tile's
arrows?
very loud. I do have moss arrows. I don't really want to use them
Okay.
until it's like actually time for me to approach, because I like being able to hear their sound, their footsteps.
Who's
Right.
there?
Shoot, shoot,
someone
shoot,
there?
shoot, shoot.
Who's that there? Identify yourself. Come back out here, you tapper.
I mean, if I get just one guy alone,
Imagining things.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Thief!
damn it.
What's that? What happened?
What happened indeed?
Come on out. Just you wait till
I mean, we haven't alerted everyone this time.
Watch out. I saw something odd a time ago. Come out here, I dare you! Stay awake. I think there's something going on.
Oh. Stupid footwork.
Why do you think I always play characters with good sidestep?
Fuck you. Yeah. Throw him off a cliff.
Come on out then.
You know, I've never been much for Mishimas, but I'm starting to get it. That was a throwing your son in the volcano joke.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so if you don't terminate the magic around the sword, it's floating up on this level. I didn't realize how much higher off the ground it was due to the magic. I wonder if it's actually accessible.
Watch out. I saw something odd.
Shoot, I fell. I'm trying to stand on this and I got onto it, then I panicked.
Time to take my new sword and get out of this crazy place.
Yes, it is. Okay. So, good news. We have a new sword.
Okay.
Is it actually okay? Yeah. When I press draw sword, we draw Constantine's sword. I don't know if it's actually different than the normal sword stats wise. I would assume so.
I can wait, Topper. I can wait.
Why can't I jump off of this rope? Hi. Jump and okay. And jump and jump. I'm trying to jump over to there without going to the ground, but doesn't really want to seem to let me do that. In fact, I can't jump off of the rope in that direction either. Okay, so we're gonna have to fight this guy. Just gonna drink this healing potion real quick. And then I'm gonna do something very foolish. So if you're, light sensitive, actually, you know what? I picked up a mine. What if I just throw a mine at him?
Run in,
Yeah, do
scared
that.
Now.
Is it gonna? It doesn't seem to be going off.
You definitely threw it.
Try again. I mean, you can see it. It's right there.
Does he need to step on it? Like, a mine?
Yeah, but like they're not pressure triggered, right? They're motion sensing. Okay, well, for some reason that mine going down caused that mine to go off.
Now, you could do the funniest thing possible right now and jump right on that mine. Or do that, I guess. That's less fun.
Where did the other one end up? Did it also detonate? I think the other one also detonated. Or maybe it just went off now? Potentially.
Get him.
Time to take my new sword and get out of this crazy place.
Okay. So I don't think these guards have any idea how to get to me. That's good news. Bad news, we are at 236 of the 1,200 loot total we need. So we have to do a lot of exploration on the way down. And one thing I wasn't thinking about when I was like, oh, we'll just go to the top and then work our way down while looting the place, is that I would have alerted all of the guards. And then we'd be descending through all of the alerted guards. So that's not awesome.
It makes it more exciting, though, for the viewers.
I guess so, as long as the viewers like seeing me sword fight the same guy over and over again. There is definitely a problem with enemy variety in this game.
Yeah.
I think that's
I mean,
fair to say. And
we're-
also, there's
how
a
many-
problem with the fucking giggling.
How many episodes are we in?
I don't know, all of them.
I mean, at this point, people, I think, are used. They want to see you hit the guy 3 times or twice. There's some variety here.
Twice in this case. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
3 times while backing up after each one. I think that's.
Are you trying to say that my pattern is predictable? Is that what's happening here?
No, I'm saying that the pattern that they want you to use is I mean, what you're doing is you're demonstrating mastery over the combat system, which is the thing people are expecting you to be masterful of in this stealth game. So I think really you're showing how great of a gamer you are.
I do always have to come at everything in my own way, don't I? What is okay. Yeah, these are too small to. I definitely can't fit through these doors. This fucking place. Wait, were there 4 before?
I didn't think so.
Okay, well, there's a cute gag, I guess. Somewhat disarmed by the fact that we came through it backwards. Gosh, I am just really not seeing a lot of loot, and I need to be seeing a lot of loot. I'm reluctant to go downstairs, because I need to make sure we've caught whatever... Okay.
Hey, yeah, this is,
I mean, that's loot over there. Garrett's a good horizontal jumper. It's the vertical he struggles with. Okay, this is approximately where we came in. I didn't realize that was there. Or maybe we're not where I thought we, Okay.
this is really charming.
This is really charming, actually.
Yeah,
Okay. So this is that, and then this is... Okay. How much was that gold nugget worth? Ugh, 336 is what we're at now. Okay, a stairwell. Okay, this is that, and that's that. Okay. So I feel like we've explored this portion of this floor pretty thoroughly. I think we maybe have gotten as much loot as there is to get here. Does my key open this? Yes, cool. Okay. So lots of rooms on this floor, it seems like. Lots of doorways.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of traps.
I have a question for you, because you have some acquaintance with a Dungeon and a Dragon.
Yes.
Did you ever play any version of the Tomb of the Horrors?
No. So I did prepare to run the 4th edition version of it, which is not really... So there's a 4th edition... Okay. There's a 4th edition adventure called Tomb of Horrors. Okay, this room we know. It is not really comparable to the original Tomb of Horrors because it is a very 4th edition sort of design ethos. There's not a lot of actual instant death or anything in it, and it's more of a sort of like a historical reference. You go to a place and you discover the legendary Tomb of Horrors, but it's it's a pretty different experience. Then I did steal part of that experience for a different thing that I did. And I've read through like the entire original adventure and stuff. My understanding is they did an even whacker version of this thing for 5th edition. Because what would 5th edition be if not a terrible misuse? Oh, hey. Are these bug swarms going to be a problem? Because, that's a treasure chest. And I would like to access it, please.
A terrible, nostalgic misuse of... Yeah.
I just happened to have stopped my sentence before you could tell what I was going to say. So, really, who knows? Who knows what my opinion is?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to speak for you there. But I mean, is it really a hot take that the best edition of D&D is, first of all, no edition, but if you have to play one, it's 4th edition?
It is a hot-ish take, yeah.
But I'm right.
No, you are right. Obviously, you're right. But listen, a lot of people came to D&D because of Critical Role or whatever, and those people, 5th edition is the only one that they know, and they like it because they refuse to learn other games, which would cause them to see that 5th edition is garbage. Possibly one of the worst RPG systems ever made, incredibly narrow in its application while being rigidly overwrought for a system that can do basically nothing and isn't even good at all at the one thing that it's built for. Anyway, Compendium
bright
of Natural
side.
Magic, Chapter 15, Tatiana's Flowers. These flowers grow primarily in the icy mountain caves of the Essu Range. By way of defense, they have evolved a method of warming and swirling the magical energy of the sentient plants and rocks discussed in the last chapter, lulling them to sleep. The flowers are named after Archmage Tatiana Jakovic, who pioneered their use of the temporary negation of magical spells and systems. Huh. Anyway, I'm sorry, you were saying something.
Well, I was saying on the bright side with 5th edition, at least it's not like they have terrible people credited in the credits. You know, that would be awful. It would just be one more thing on top of it. And, you know, luckily, there's nothing controversial about the people who worked on the game at all.
And Mike Merles is certainly not, like, ideologically in bed with the whole lot of them, and...
Yeah.
Anyway...
I'm not trying to get you in trouble on your trip. Oh my god. What the hell?
I saw that trap trigger right as we walked onto it. It dropped skulls and also arrows on us, but it didn't do a very good job, and now we have 2 more arrows, so I guess that's fun. Okay, well this is something. This room does have a wooden ceiling, so...
Clear enough now.
Alright, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. You ready?
Someone behind me.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All the way to the zoom. Oh, wait, no, not this.
I mean, that makes sense, though, because the degree of force that you apply to the thing is going to change how, you know, its impact. You know.
I'm gonna step over... Okay, this doesn't do anything. I thought it might be interactable. It's a weird object.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can hear that there are many guards that away. Let's look around in here first. Listen, okay, so I go out of my way to avoid talking about my negative opinions about various games most of the time on the channel, or I try to couch it very carefully. So let me just do a little bit of damage control here.
I'm so sorry.
Of course, the people who would really be upset probably have already turned off the video. And say that, listen, I am not, and I know Amabel is not either, like personally judging anyone who plays or likes. Damn it. Are you...
No, I don't.
Very annoyed by this guy not going down. But you know, the comments I'm making, they're about the game itself, not about the people. And also, to be clear, just because I mentioned Matt Mercer and I know how people can get about Mr. Mercer and the Critical Role and everything, I do not have any negative feelings about any of that stuff. Matt Mercer seems like a rad dude. And I've never watched any Critical Role. I don't know. It's probably fine. Dimension 20 is pretty fun. He seems good on that. I don't know. I'm always like a little leery of, because like 5th edition is really popular, like really popular.
Yeah.
And I don't want people to feel like I am, you know, have a problem with them because of whatever RPG they play. Listen, there are worse things. There are worse things you could be playing than Dungeons and Dragons. I was about to say, and I wouldn't judge you for those, but you know what? Honestly, if somebody told me they were actually in a like running game of Fatal, I do think I would judge them for that.
I don't even know what that is.
All right, I'm gonna teach you some things after the recording's over.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, so there's this like extended,
trouble.
there's this extended garden area with underwater passages and stuff. Like how large is the space that we are inside of? Am I getting paranoid? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think there's just there's some texture weirdness happening. Watch the trees at the edge of the screen as I walk past them. Doesn't it kind of look like they move?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't know how that guard didn't see me. Yeah, I think that there is just some weirdness with the way the textures are rendered when they're not fully on screen. But I thought the trees were turning to look at me as I was passing them. Yeah, look at you can see the texture bending on that tree as I move the amount of it that's on screen. That's really weird. I wonder why the engine does that. Sort of a bizarre rendering detail. Where'd that guy go? It would be cool if we could drop him in a low stakes kind of circumstance.
Something there.
Actually, you know what? Okay, well, he had a pouch full of some money on him. We're at 536 now. We're getting there. This is the utility closet. Okay, but even that has treasure. Also, a shovel. That'll show him. Hey, there's a water arrow in there. Okay. And see, I never would have noticed that if I hadn't been drowning his shovels. So, it's a good thing I'm like this.
Yeah.
736. Okay, each of those things was worth $100. 100 florins? What do you reckon the currency is here?
Oh gosh, that's a good question.
I don't know why florins jumps out at me.
I mean, Florence feels like a very Renaissance kind of, it's a very...
And critically, it's one that a big dummy like me would have heard of, and I think that increases the likelihood that it's correct.
Oh, wow. So actually, so it's the Florentine florin. Gold coin struck from 1252 to 1533. Term florin was also used in Europe for a variety of coins minted in several German states around the same period. An English coin called the florin from like 1344 till some point, which was oh, okay.
I'm looking for like a hidden switch or something, because the door at the bottom of the greenhouse does not open with the key that opens the rest of the doors in the castle, and it also isn't pickable. That is very curious to me.
The British florin was a 2 shilling piece coin that was minted until 1970 when decimalization happened, where Britain changed to the decimal system for their coinage.
I really thought there might be something under the tree. The tree seems very significant. But no, it doesn't. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with anything. Except that there are like these little windows around it. I wonder, is it worth trying to get up into the branches? I'm wondering, those are little passages or something. I think I have a couple of rope arrows left, too.
I feel like it's always worth getting up into the branches.
Let's see if I can stick a rope arrow in that. I cannot. How about... Nope. Alright. Well... I hope we don't need any rope arrows from here on. I mean, things are not generally in this game designs that you need arrows. So what I would like at this point is to see if we can find the other guards whose footsteps I keep hearing, because I'm hoping one of them has the keys.
Oh, there's a guard.
Yeah, it looks to me like he just has a purse. Oh, if I back up much, I won't be in the dark anymore. I mean, I will certainly take his purse. This is weird. Everything about this place is weird. There are so many water arrows. I guess I needn't have brought so many. What is happening here? That sound is coming specifically from this plant.
Okay.
This whole place is so weird. Can I climb up this? No, it doesn't seem like it. Like, this is very strange, right? I walked under it just to see if it would crush me. Down here in the roots of the big plant, nothing. No treasure. No nothing. Treasure. Wait. It didn't make the treasure noise when I picked it up? Yeah, and we have 886. That's the amount of treasure I would expect after picking up that guard's purse. It didn't make like a lootable noise either, though. It just, I picked it up and now it's gone. Can I do that with all the light mushrooms? No, that one was definitely special. What on earth? What? Okay. I guess we gotta move on. We gotta just try to find some more treasure. Can we get under this tree on any side? Doesn't look like it. No, all there is this, which is not really an opening. Total dead end. Also upside down plants. Am sort of hopelessly lost also. That's a thing, I guess. Thing worth mentioning. So that's going to take
Yeah.
us back through there. Where does this go? This comes out by the tree. Back in this room. This is where I drowned their shovel to show them who is the boss.
Yep.
It's me, Garrett. It's kind of a large amount of money that we're missing. But it wouldn't necessarily have to be all that many lootable objects.
Yeah.
Okay, this room looks interesting. Oh, this is not one of those valuable bottles.
What's that? Hey, someone tapping about.
Those are the valuable bottles. 986.
All right, where are you?
Hello. $10.61.
Just you wait till I find you.
How much?
Stop right now.
$1,200. That guy just has another copy of the same key. I can't get past his stupid corpse.
How are you on health potions or
I think we're out.
food?
Yeah, out.
Okay. Be careful, dear.
Don't tell me what to do. You can't manage Garrett. Garrett, the world's greatest and most survivable thief. Garrett, who has never been murdered by a guard.
My I've never been murdered by a guard shirt is answering a lot of questions people are asking about my shirt.
Okay, that's got to get us close, right? 11:11. We are indeed close. I wish I could have gotten through the door in the greenhouse. I'm really curious what's in there. Okay, this room we've been in. I guess a lot of the lights coming through the windows. Okay, we can improve the lighting situation around here considerably, but yeah, we're definitely still pretty visible. All right, yeah, spooky house, I get it. We're all very impressed.
It's more disconcerting, the giggles or the spooky noise.
The giggles. 1,000 times the giggles.
Can't see anything now.
Shit.
Over there. Okay.
No, don't wander off.
When I find you, you'll regret it.
You know what movie I was terrified as a kid but never actually saw?
What's that?
Dr. Giggles.
Why is he not getting hit by these?
I think you're firing too high, maybe?
Can't be. They seem to just be disappearing. Ah, caught him in the dick with that one. Missed his legs. Right in the fucking jaw.
Come on over here! Help!
Fuck, no. That guy has a purse that is probably the last money that we need. This is not the guy.
You'll not be so cheery when my brothers arrive. That was your last chance.
When they die.
They sound like a succubus from the Starship Titanic. It's like this long extended. That's a reference that everybody in the comments is going to be familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, now we've got way more money than we need, and
All
I
we
should
need to now is
probably
get out.
just leave. But on the other hand, have you considered?
You have 1 health left.
Have you considered?
Who's there?
What if I just like ran up the score a bunch?
Hey, stop!
Damn it! Fucking Christ! Okay. Here's the thing about this guard. He sucks ass. Okay. Congratulations. Welcome to your new ceremonial location on top of this fucking coffee table?
Wait, turn back, please.
Why?
Almost. Is he planking?
This is not what planking is, though.
Okay. I'll add to the list of things you need to explain to me.
Yep. Okay, that's more stuff. I mean, listen, if we get more loot, we can buy more things before the next mission and increase my chances of surviving whatever that nightmare is. Okay.
So what do you think of this mission altogether?
I think that this castle has been very weird in ways that are a lot of fun. Who the fuck is this dude? He just walked out into the hallway. I think he saw me, and he was just like, you know what? Not worth it. Here's the thing. I also think he has a purse. So, where the fuck did my arrow go? It didn't even hit the wall. Cool. Thanks. All right. The dead, accusing eyes of my prey stare up at me, and then I let myself out. Wait, I probably want to leave the way we came in. Because there were guards outside the main entrance. This is not the correct way. Where was the... It was over here. It was over here. There were definitely multiple guards outside the main entrance, and I don't want any part of their noise. Right. Can't climb with a sword in hand. That would be ridiculous. That's strange credulity. You know how much we care about credulity. All right. Freedom. Somehow. Probably. Yeah, that one was that was a little imaginative and, you know, not a total nightmare slog to get through. So 2 thumbs up from me.
Yeah.
We got about half the loot. There were 7 guards who had stuff that we didn't take, I guess. What's his pockets picked? That's definitely not... I didn't get 3 items from guards. I must have gotten 3 items from guards who were still alive. You know, good enough. It's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Well, what's this?
Garrett, it's Victoria. I trust you made it back alive. You've done well, Garrett. Come with me and bring the sword. There is someone you have to meet. It's time for the payment you've been promised.
Yes.
Yes.
A refreshment, Mr. Garrett. I'm in the possession of a superior brandy that has the most restorative effect.
I prefer my payment in cash, not liquor, Mr.
My apologies. I've been watching you, Mr. Garrett, so closely, in fact, that I'm afraid I'd forgotten we haven't actually met yet. I am Constantine.
All this time I thought you were gonna pay me. You've brought me here to kill me?
But you have it all wrong, Mr. Garrett. Would it surprise you to know that it was I who hired you to steal my own sword? Yes. You see, Victoria and I are...
Old associates.
Yes. You were being tested, do you understand? And I must say, you more than live up to your reputation. You are quite an extraordinary thief.
Testing me? What is it you want from me, Constantine?
I am a collector, Mr. Garrett. But there are some items that are not available for purchase. They must be acquired using other means. In this case, the item in question would be best acquired by thieving. Not simple thieving, no. I need an artist like yourself.
What exactly is this item?
It is the gemstone called the Eye, for its unusual
Appearance.
yes. Kept hidden in the sealed cathedral deep inside the halls of the scum Hammerites. Oh, but forgive me. You are possibly friendly with the Order of the Hammer.
No. Fanatics make unreliable friends.
Excellent. I am prepared to offer you quite a sum. 100,000 upon receipt of the Eye.
I don't see how I can refuse such an offer.
Marvelous. Victoria can fill you in on all the particulars. And Mr. Garrett, the sword, keep it. You have earned it, but also, I believe you'll find it useful in your quest.
Well, dang.
Well, that's fucking deeply bizarre and rad. Hey, Amabel, read the scripture.
On the time of peril did the ground gape.
Cool,
Sorry.
great.
I'm sorry with the word gape.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Summed it down the builder's plan. The seal's not strong. And the few did triumph. And the doubters were laying into the foundations of the new sanctum.
Fuck.
The eye that Constantine wants is in the abandoned cathedral of the Hammerites. The cathedral is located in a section of the city that was deserted years ago, after some kind of catastrophe. I've heard stories of the incident. Most are wild rumors about hordes of zombies and raging fires. Now that part of the city is walled off, and no one's allowed to go in. Not that many people would dare to in the first place. Maps of the area are easy to find in attics and old trunks. But like all of them, the one I've got is over 50 years old. I'll make my way through the ruins to the Hammerite Cathedral, and find a way inside. Once I get inside the cathedral, I'll have to locate the eye. Something tells me that this is not going to be easy, but for the amount I'm getting paid, I'm willing to take some serious risks.
Well, okay. That cinematic was really something. It's like a mixture of like very simple animation and shadow play FMV and very unlike any of the other between mission sequences that we've seen
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah, it was quite unusual.
I guess when Garrett's just talking to himself, when Garrett's in his head, we get that like sketchbook stuff, and then yeah, weird. I was to be clear, I'm way into it. I like it a lot, but it's very weird. I wonder if the actors for the shadow play were just people who work at Looking Glass, just devs that they didn't, because like that's a real cheap way to express a story if you don't want to hire an actor. And
Yeah.
anyway, the haunted cathedral. Find the cathedral, find a way to get inside the cathedral, steal some shit, I don't know, whatever. There's a serpentile torque in the ruins. Yeah, find that too. Why not? And then make it out alive. So, zombies and shit. An acquaintance is willing to sell you some pages from a journal that he claimed belonged to a long ago fighter of the undead.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's rad.
Holy water I could see being useful. We only have 5 water arrows and they'll only sell us an additional 6? That's concerning.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like probably healing potions, probably always the healing potions. I don't know if flash bombs are even going to be effective against the undead. Fire arrows, I bet, will be. Fire arrows cause explosions.
Okay.
Yeah, let me buy the 2 fire arrows to which we are entitled. And then I'm going to buy 1 additional water arrow, and we're going to hope to find, like, a holy water font, because there's not really anything else you can do with 90 gold. And, yeah, that's how we're going to go into that one. Is this a good loadout? I have no idea.
We'll find out.
We are not good at fighting the undead. That is a thing that we know. So, that's going to be it for us for today and for this episode of Thief. Thank you so much for watching and for sticking with us through, Opinion's time.
I'm so sorry.
When you come back next time, it sounds like we're just going to be wandering into like a total charnel house. It's absolute nightmare time. Yeah, it's going to be bad, right? It's just going to be constantly bad. I'm going to spend a lot of time running from corpses. Do you have anything else you want to say, Amabel?
No, I've no.
Okay. Then I guess we're done for today. Come back next time, and, Pathfinder's a pretty good game. Maybe give it a try. We'll see you then.